We just finished a 4PC weekend. Just cleared the building and feeling a lot of energy because we did some extraordinary stuff this weekend. And now I'm here talking to you because we're launching something extraordinary here in Evercoach. And we're launching a 90-day money game. It was 2007, and I was struggling to understand what it meant to create a client. I'd never really been paid cash money for anything in my life. I'd got a salary as a teacher, but no one had really ever paid me directly for a service that I'd given them and money in return. It never felt that way. And it's part of the reason I was struggling to make money as a coach. So my coach at the time introduced me to something that he called the 90-day money game. And the idea is, and it's one of the reasons I play games with my clients so much, is it gets them out of their heads. When it's about making money, I get so serious. When it's about playing a game, I get to have fun. So the idea of this is to have fun. It's not called the 90-day money challenge. It's called the 90-day money game for a reason. It's designed to be fun. So here's some of how you play. You pick a number. How much money would you like to create in the next 90 days? It could be $10,000, $20,000, $100,000. That's just part of it. Because then you take your number and you multiply it by 3 or 4 to get the amount of money you'd have to make in proposals to coaching clients in order to create the amount of money you want to make. So that's the number, usually the ratio for me, 3 or 4 times the amount of proposals to create the money I want to create. So first time I played, I'll take you back in time, I wanted to make $20,000, and this seemed outrageous to me at the time. I picked my number, and I got a big piece of poster paper and drew a huge thermometer, like a church that's trying to raise the funds for a church roof. You know, you see them outside the church building in the churchyard as they're raising the money, and the little red line goes up as the funds come in. And I put $20,000 at the top. And then I began to track every dollar that came in. And I began to make proposals. It was a game. It was edgy, but it was fun too. I made proposals that I wouldn't normally have made because I was in the middle of a game. So first, you pick the number you'd love to create. Second, you multiply it by about 3 or 4 to come up with a number you'd have to make in proposals. Third, you get a great big piece of paper, and on it you draw a picture, an image. It could be as simple as a thermometer. That's always worked for me. Once I was enrolling for an event in London, and I drew a big London bus, and I filled in each window for every $1,000 dollars that I brought in for the event. My coach, Michael Neal, my first coach who introduced me to the game, the first time he played this, to try and generate $1 million of income, his son drew a picture of Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movie, and he colored in a different part of his face for every $100,000 he brought in that year. And he generated his $1 million that year. I taught the game to my wife. She was traveling to Hawaii to do a course. She's a singer. She wanted to bring me over halfway through so we could have a vacation. And she wanted to pay for the flights, the hotel, the trip, everything. $20,000 happened to be the same number again as when I first played it. So she drew a picture of these hula girls dancing and a big thermometer in the middle. And every single dollar that she made in income, she tracked on there. And she made her $20,000. Christina Berkeley joined us in Evercoach last year. She came in and played the 90-day money game. The number she picked was $40,000. That's how much she wanted to generate. And this was ridiculous. This was outrageous. This didn't make sense to her. But it wasn't supposed to make sense. It's a game, right? $40,000. So she had to make $120,000 of proposals. Put the big poster in her bedroom because there's nowhere else to put it in her place. And it was in her face. And it began to be fun. So she'd have her client calls and things she was doing in her life, and in between, there'd be times she'd look at the poster and think, well, the only thing to do right now is to get out there and serve somebody and then make a proposal. And she began to see income coming in. And it blew her mind because she made $40,000 in those 90 days. So the second time we played the game here in Evercoach, She said, I'm going to double my number. I'm going to make a bigger number. She made $40,000 in the first 22 days. And then she said, I'm going to make it even bigger. She went to $86,000 she made the second time she played it. My friend Teo, if you see my Facebook wall in the next couple of days, you'll see lots of photos of wolves. He runs a wolf sanctuary called Wolf Connection. We just took all the members of 4PC there this weekend. Teo played this game in me at one of my public events 2 years ago. I gave them 1 hour, not 90 days, I gave them 1 hour to go out and make proposals. Make proposals, make mistakes, collect no's, I told them. Teo was trying to raise money for his wolf sanctuary. So he went out and made 3 $1 million proposals, 3 of them. He said he spent the first half an hour pacing up and down, hating me, judging himself, not wanting to do it, not wanting to come back to the event. But he did it. He called 3 people and asked each of them for $1 million to go to his wolf sanctuary. First person said no. The second person said no. The third person didn't even return his call. He made nothing in that hour. But he made $3 million of proposals. What's interesting is what happened since then. You see, the 90-day money game isn't about what you generate in those 90 days. It's also about what happens beyond that, about who you become by playing this game. In the year since that 1 hour of $3 million proposals and 3 hell no's, Teo's generated $2.2 million. Bought himself a new ranch for his animals. That's why we play the game. It's not about the money. It's not even really about the proposals. It's about who you be and how that shifts when you come from this place. Pick a number. Multiply by 3 or 4. It becomes the number you're going to make in proposals. Get a poster and draw an image that's fun for you, where you can track the numbers. Christina plays it a really interesting way because she tracks both. She tracks the income that she's making, and she tracks the number she's making in proposals. Actually, she also tracks the hell no's too, because that's just fun. How many hell no's does she get? And play along with us. Over the next 90 days, I'm going to be offering you challenges and mini games within games so that we get to play along together. 90 days begins today. Let's play.